Good afternoon and welcome to the Hibs Observer post-match debrief from still a very noisy Easter Road as Hibs win the Edinburgh derby. 2-1 win over Hearts here, 7 points clear of their City rivals, and for the time being into third in the table. Just before we get started, folks, it's a quick word from our sponsor, Hibs Observer, is brought to you by S1 Jobs. If it's time to hand in your transfer request, then head over to s1jobs.com and upload your CV today. With thousands of jobs across Edinburgh and the surrounding area, you'll find the one at S1 Jobs, so start your search today. Patrick.
Somebody's not got the memo, but we'll do our best.
Yeah. What result for us again?
Yeah, I mean, I think, a really good start by Hibs. Going ahead 1-0 after 6 minutes. I think everyone thought that might be, the start of a really good performance, but then Hearts equalising so soon afterwards just seemed to, I think, spook them more than anything else. What we saw was a first half performance that was very un-Hibs. From this unbeaten run, which is now extended to 15 games in all competitions. I think just, we've seen elements in the previous games, certainly against Celtic, against Dundee United this week. 3 games inside a week is, it's a tall order. But 9 points out of 9, I think, every Hibs fan would have bit your hand off for that. But for a time, it did look, it looked like 2 teams absolutely terrified of losing a game. I think it was very attritional, very much a kind of 2 teams kind of feeling themselves out. It's like the 2 goals at the start came far quicker than anyone expected. And in the end, it's a moment of quality from Jack Iredale, which is what derbies are all about 9 times out of 10. Just somebody stepping up and doing something like that, hitting it, far corner from about 20 yards out. Just, that's the sort of thing. Hibs have not done that enough in derbies in recent seasons, as evidenced by the fact that this is the first time since the 2008-2009 season that Hibs have won back-to-back league derbies. And so often this fixture is decided by moments of quality like that. And, it was hard going. It wasn't a pretty watch at times. But, fair play to Hibs, because I think after they got over that initial kind of being spooked by the equaliser, and 3 points, the unbeaten run continues. City bragging rights, 9 points out of 9 in a week. I mean, it's everything David Gray would have asked for.
Yeah, a perfect day in the end. But you said it was, not. I think when you lose first 2 goals going and it's open 10 minutes, you're expecting an absolute barnstormer from there on out, but it never really panned out that way. I think it was an edginess came into Hibs' game, as you said. They sort of struggled a wee bit in possession. Like the way Hearts were pressing them, I think particularly down the left-hand side was causing problems. There was a moment during the first half where you could see David Gray really animatedly pulled Lorna Hora and Rocky Bashiri over just to kind of try. I mean, we really guessed what was said, but you'd imagine it would have been how to be a bit more effective in possession, maybe a wee bit calmer, a wee bit more composed. Obviously, Hora had to go injured not so long after that. But it wasn't a great first half, really, from either team apart from the 2 goals. But after the I did think Hibs were the better side in the second half. We're getting a lot of joy down Hearts' right. It's obviously where the first goal comes from. But I felt at times, during the first half, they were maybe a wee bit too eager to get into that space. Like, I think they know there's an avenue to attack, and in this environment with the emotion of it as well, there can be maybe an over-eagerness. But I thought they were a bit more controlled in the second half. Exeter Triantis was much better in the second half than he was in the first, which obviously helps. And they started to maybe sort of pin Hearts back a wee bit more than they did in the first half. And then it's that then leads to obviously Hearts are defending a wee bit deeper. The ball comes out of the box, and that's what then leaves the space then for Iredale to step on and fire it into the far corner. So I suppose we need to talk about that. But it's what happened with where did it come from? I think he couldn't believe it himself, Jack Iredale.
I don't think his teammates could either. When you look at the celebrations, fantastic pictures of him sort of standing in the front of the famous 5 stand celebrating. But I mean, even Chris Cadden has his head in his hands. He can't believe it. And I think it's like I said earlier. Like so often, these derbies, these games are often kind of decided by someone stepping up and doing something like that, and it hasn't happened enough for Hibs. It's always, when you look at the last derby, Easter Road, Hearts bringing a 17-year-old off the bench and he gets a late equaliser. We know the quality Hibs have got, throughout throughout the team. You look at the subs they're bringing on: Junior Hoylett, bringing on Dwight Gale, bringing on Dylan Levitt, bringing on Jordan Abita as well. And I think it's, you look at that and you think that's, those are substitutions that can try and, change the game in your favour. They can try and, you can try and get something, at that moment of quality. But, kind of rules go out the window when it's a derby. And, I think, nobody knows where it came from. Just, a little bit similar to Dundee United's goal against Hibs on Wednesday night, in that it was just a corner that was kind of half cleared, and just the attacking player in acres of space, and he just had all the time in the world to kind of take a touch, drive forward, and then hit an unstoppable shot. Really,
we had the perfect angle for
it. Was
we were right behind it,
and it's just, I think the reaction from his, from Iredale himself, the reaction from his teammates, the reaction from the bench, I think it was just, scarcely believe it. But you need things like that to win derbies. You need something a little bit special. And I think it's probably what Iredale deserves. He's been so consistent since he came into the team. He's been really good on that sort of like that left-sided centre back role. He did pre-match media. I was joking that, obviously him coming into the team and starting has coincided with this remarkable unbeaten run that continues. And, he was saying he does joke around a little bit, but, it's a team effort. I'm not sure he'll be saying the same now after that.
No, I think he'll be quite rightly taken. Applauded. So just before we finish up, it's a big result in terms of the league table as well. It takes him 7 points clear of Hearts. They are, for the moment, up to third on the table. Obviously, Dundee United and Aberdeen are playing. That kicks off at 3 o'clock. So, it is guaranteed that one or both of them are going to drop points today. So just the significance of that. And I just don't think you can really downplay coming out of this week with 9 points. Considering that, your greatest rivals here, Dundee United going up there and winning at Tannadice, who were third on the table, and then turning over Celtic, who are obviously running away with the league title. It's about 3 is the most difficult games that Hibs could have had in the space of a week.
You're right, and I think when you look at, it's obviously a Herculean effort against Celtic, and a deserved sort of 3 points from that. But then, against Dundee United, Hibs weren't great, still managed to grind out a win. They weren't great for large parts of the game today. They managed to grind out a win. So it's, this is the sign of sort of like successful teams who are able to, not play at their best and still get results, still get points. I think if you'd ask most Hibs fans before the start of this week, what's a sort of reasonable return? Some of the sort of more optimistic ones might have said, I think, sort of 7's doable. Some of them might have said, I'll be happy with 6. I think if you'd said 9 out of 9, then, that sort of, it's one of those things where, if you're being realistic about it, you look at those fixtures and you say, there's no way, not like inside a week when, you play, going away midweek and then you've got Celtic and Hearts on either side. I don't think there would be many people hoping for 9 out of 9, let alone thinking it was a possibility. And I think it's, we're about to go down and hear from David Gray and see what he had to say about that. But it's, incredible effort from the coaching staff and the players. And, fully deserved for the effort they put in. And nice as well. You'll probably hate us for doing this, but Eddie May in attendance today, and nice to see him on the pitch at the end, sort of enjoying the celebrations. That'll be a tonic for him as he recovers from that car crash. So another rendition of Sunshine on Leaf as well.
2 weeks in a row.
You can have too much of a good thing, but I'm not sure the Hibs players, coaching staff, or fans will mind that.
Well, it's just what happens when you keep winning football games. So we're going to leave it there, folks. As Patrick said, we're heading down to hear from David Gray and his post-match press conference. You'll be able to read every word of that on the website, and you'll be able to watch it all on our YouTube channel in due course. We've got our instant analysis piece up on the website just now, just to keep going through the main talking points of the game, so do check that out. But yeah, as I said, stay tuned. We'll be bringing you David Gray's post-match press conference very, very shortly, so do look out for that. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day. I'm sure you will. Thank you for joining us. We will speak to you again very, very soon. Cheers.
Cheers.